are now listening to Lauer Road Radio.
Hey, welcome one and all to the #1 podcast, winter, spring, and fall. Talking sports for the thrill of it all. Hey, talking life, but we're killing it all. Jason and Dan with the master plan. These are dangerous men with the mic in the hand. Bonafide winners everywhere that we go. You're a part of the team.
Lauer Radio.
Dad light, thug light, bright lights in sight. All right. What? Dad light, thug light, bright lights in sight. All right. Yeah. Dad light, thug light, bright lights in sight. All right. Bonafide winners everywhere that we go. You're a part of the team.
Lauer Radio.
Let's get it.
What? At Tanagra, when the walls fell, this is Dan Owings coming at you another time for Lauer Road Radio with my co-host, as always. Jason is in the room eating some mud pudding. Is that what it's called? Yeah. Mud pudding. Jesse is here doing what he does. Preston,
all nicked up, baby.
The czar of information, is back. He's had his third ride up, and we are, he's on notice. No more no call, no shows. We're serious around here. And Stella is on the ones and zeros. I do apologize for any background information that you might hear during this episode.
Information?
Information? That's all right. That's fine. Background noise.
Yeah.
What would I have thought?
Oh.
What was I trying to say? Background.
I'm just sitting back here just whispering facts in the microphone.
Intimidation. That could happen. There's a party.
It was a Lauer Road Christmas party.
We had a Lauer Road Radio Christmas party, and it got nuts.
We got crunk.
Yeah,
there was various meats and cheeses.
It was out of control.
I mean,
various meats
Jesse
and
was
cheeses.
getting nicked up.
Jesse was super nicked up.
I've been nicked up all day.
He was passing his patch around. People were just taking hits.
Yeah, give me some at patch.
So anyway,
we did a white elephant exchange.
It was a whole thing.
Hey, I'm right here.
I apologize. That's all right. I apologize for the disruption.
Are you okay?
Disruption.
Disruption.
Maybe
you sound like Levi.
I know. So we ended. I want to talk about two things from last week's episode, but we ended in a whole flurry on the back of Jesse's strong opinions, and we said we'll get to it next week.
Yeah.
And I don't want this one to fall on the trail of broken promises, as other things do. Should I just shout and just tell them?
No, I just roll with it.
Okay, just going to roll with it. Once again, there's background noise happening.
I'll do it.
So
No.
Okay.
You're loud enough.
Fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's just energy in the room. I'm not going to edit this out.
No.
I don't know how.
Yeah. That's a lot of work.
Okay.
Well, that Lauer Road Christmas party just was just
It's crazy.
nuts.
It's crazy up there. So, but last week's Jesse's strong opinion was that it's too early to decorate for Christmas.
It's too early to decorate for Christmas.
And you say, no, it's not too early to decorate for Christmas. Is
I
that
thought
correct?
it was the Halloween trick-or-treating.
No.
that was a couple weeks
Last week's strong opinion, and he was trying to put too much into his segments. Boy, it is crazy.
Is it bothering you?
It is crazy up there.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, you can yell if you want. But
I'm on it.
No,
Got it.
Okay.
I'll
Just
even
not
cover
into
up
the
my mic.
microphone.
Cover up
no,
the microphone.
don't cover it up. Just don't yell into it.
Hey! We're trying to do work down here. Shut up!
Okay, that was nice.
Well, our neighbors are definitely awake now.
Yeah.
They go to bed
God.
early, so they normally are awake at like 4 in the morning.
no.
So
Yeah.
she's like a dispatch police. She works for the dispatch. So
Yeah,
the
that
good news
didn't
is
help
that it
at
didn't
all.
help.
No.
All right.
Not even a little.
It just made it worse.
Is it too early to decorate for Christmas?
No.
Yes.
No, because Thanksgiving is a day, Christmas is a season. We're celebrating the season of Christmas.
Yeah, it
And-
starts December 1st.
And you say
No.
the season starts.
We have 2 Christmas trees in our house up right now.
I understand.
And there's 2 more
But
coming.
you certainly, I think the point is the line. We all have a line.
We've had ours up before Halloween
Yeah.
in the past.
What is happening?
They're rollerblading up there.
I think they're doing that to spite me.
I think they are.
because you were obnoxiously yelling at them.
You yell at them. You're scarier than I am.
You
No,
are
that-
scary.
That is true.
That's
I
true.
just go up there and look. I'll give them the dad look.
Yeah, the dad look would do the most.
Yeah.
I could do something about it.
Yeah, but you're not
I'm the
intimidating.
lord of the manor.
Well, you're also not intimidating.
Let's rank the Lauer Road Radio staff in intimidation.
I'm number 1.
You're the most
Yeah.
intimidating.
Yeah. Stella.
This is not exactly murderer's row over here.
I've been to jail more than the rest of you.
And you do
Sure.
have some tats.
I got Gator. Ain't that scary?
Mm-hmm.
I also got a lion. Rawr.
Gator was your nickname?
No, my nickname in jail was Big Nasty. You think I'm kidding?
No.
Do you want to know why?
No.
Oh, it's a good story.
No, I
It's
don't.
a really
No.
good story.
I can't imagine that it's funnier than just knowing.
Big
That-
Nasty's enough.
That's enough. That's
let our imaginations run wild.
what our imaginations can do.
Please on X, let us know why you. Think
Oh, there you
Yeah,
go. There you go.
On
right there.
X, let us know why you think Jesse was called Big Nasty when he was in the clink.
We'll make
prison
sure to
name.
make a tweet after this.
Yeah.
Are they called tweets still?
I don't know.
Yes, I just listened to a podcast, Joe Rogan and Elon Musk, and he said,
What was that
don't-
first name?
Joe Rogan.
Okay.
What'd I say?
I'm
and
telling you, this party was nuts.
I'm super nicked.
Yeah.
And Joe Rogan asked him, like, tweet, what do you, X? And he's like, no, you call it tweet. You can
Yeah.
still call it tweet. We don't
No,
have a good
this
thing
is
to
the
say."
way. This is the way Elon Musk would answer. Ask me the question.
So is it a tweet or is it an X? What do we call it? What are we calling it?
I think you can call it a tweet.
That's accurate. Yeah. That's exactly
yeah,
how
that's exactly how it would go.
He's a thinker.
He is a thinker, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So anyway, I say day after Thanksgiving. You say December 1st.
I'm
you say
okay.
July.
I say whenever you want to celebrate Jesus. So whenever you feel it's appropriate to celebrate Jesus.
It's the birth of Jesus
Well, we
is what we're
celebrate
celebrating.
the birth
There's
of
all
Jesus.
sorts of things to celebrate. There's a whole liturgical
Listen,
calendar.
I like the baby Jesus the best.
I know you like the baby Jesus. Preston, when do you guys set up for Christmas?
Typically like the last week of November.
Last week of November. That's appropriate. It's appropriate. Okay. Are they standing at the top of the stairs?
Yeah, they're
They
just
gotta
yelling
be. It
down the
seems
stairs.
like how close can we get and
They're-
be obnoxious?
They're wrestling. There's rollerblading going on.
We've literally had thousands of people accidentally watch our shorts in the last couple of weeks. You know, so many people have been stumbling upon Lauer Road Radio.
Yeah, and this is their first interaction with a real show.
All right, so I definitely wanted to get it out of. I also feel like we didn't do justice to the topic last week. Just as a stance of the show, can liberals and conservatives be friends? I feel like it's a good question to ask.
So online, the general consensus was yes.
They can be friends.
Yeah, they can be friends.
Define friends.
You hang out.
Okay, hang out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if you're helping them move. Not
Like
that close.
getting coffee,
I'm not
I
even helping
guess.
my real friends move.
Yeah, nobody wants to do that.
No.
Well, conservatives usually have enough money to hire people.
Yeah.
Liberals need
Well-
to mooch off of
Well,
other
the
people.
liberals need to ask the conservatives, can I borrow your pickup truck?
That's true.
So,
That's a good point. So,
That
yeah,
Subaru's
as far as
not-
helping move, I'd rather help a conservative move than a...
yes.
Okay.
Because you're also going to find some cool stuff. There's going to be guns, you know.
Yeah. What about give a ride to the airport? Would you rather give a ride to the airport to a conservative or a liberal?
If it's Spirit Airlines, liberal.
Why?
They're known for having a lot of plane crashes.
Is that true?
I think so.
I don't know if that's
I think
true.
they're a bad airline.
It's not. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'm trying to think of other friendly duties, you know? What are other friendly duties? I feel like driving you to the airport, helping you move.
Yeah.
What's another
Dinner.
thing? Dinner?
Having dinner
I don't
together.
know, having dinner together, that's not really a...
Paying it forward at the
Oh,
drive-thru
conservatives
line.
stop that.
No, I pay it forward. But if I see like a Joe Biden's bumper sticker, I'm like, I'm on their tab.
I feel like the liberals want the credit. They're always like, yeah, I'll pay. You know, they're
And then they wait at the end so
Yeah.
you see them. They're like, oh, you're welcome. I didn't say thank you. It was a McDouble. That's it.
I'm having a hard time not reenacting a skit that I saw.
just leave it alone.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's funny.
So another interaction that we had recently here on Twitter. Apparently, we made a few people upset when we said Alabama and Mississippi are basically the same.
I knew that was going to get some people riled up.
Yeah, we've got some Alabama listeners. They want
I
nothing to do with
believe-
Mississippi.
how's Mississippi feel about it?
We don't have Mississippi listeners. So that tells you everything you need to know.
Okay, they haven't gotten the internet yet.
No.
Okay. I don't.
They're still Pony Express.
I think what we said was that our ability to discern the difference in the accent was what was negligible. Not that they're the same as far as kinds of people.
Because
like,
we know which state's
I
better.
don't know.
which state is better.
I mean, people.
What are the classic Southern states? We got. It starts. Texas is its own thing.
Arkansas for sure.
You feel like Arkansas?
Yeah, Louisiana is its own thing. Texas is its
What-
own thing.
Louisiana is in the South.
Yeah, but it's,
Texas is its own country. Its
that
own
is
world.
true. But what I'm saying, Louisiana,
I say it's-
New Orleans,
New Orleans.
it's a whole different. That's a whole different.
Okay,
thing.
so we're gonna go Arkansas,
Yeah, Mississippi,
Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia,
Florida.
Florida.
Yeah.
Florida, I think
I feel like
Florida is its own thing
yeah,
too.
Florida's a whole
Yeah.
separate thing.
If you're
Georgia.
in the Panhandle. Yeah, Georgia. As long as you're not in Atlanta.
I always felt like Florida was like the manhood of America. You know. I feel like it's Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi. I think those are the ones. I think
Georgia?
Arkansas is its own thing too.
Really?
Yeah, I do. I don't think we could get Shoeless Joe's opinion on this.
Arkansas
but I feel like
is
the
South.
three southern states, like
Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia.
I think those are the
Yeah.
prototypical southern states. You
South
want to
Carolina?
rank them? Nah. I mean, I know all of these
coastal.
states. Yeah, there's like a beach atmosphere to that. You know, what I mean? And I know there's beaches in these other states, but I'm just saying there's just like there's a feel that those three states have.
I got you.
You know.
See, but when I hear people say go down south, it's almost always like just Tennessee and Kentucky.
Yeah. Well, we live in Ohio, so
Good point. They are south.
All of them are south.
yeah. I mean, you know, but in
We don't have
Kentucky
any
they'll say something
northern
different.
states, do we?
Well, you could also go to Southern Ohio.
yeah.
That's
That's
true.
totally different.
And that's its own thing.
That is its own.
Chillicothe. That's
Appalachia.
Okay. We also had people apparently wondering, Jason, I guess because the way the camera is
Yeah.
and the way we're sitting,
Yeah.
there's this thought that we're little people.
I saw that.
There's a
Really?
yeah.
Someone thinks that we collectively.
No,
are
like I
little
think
people.
they think
You do?
just us are little people.
Well, you're smaller than me.
because well, I do have short arms,
Yeah.
and I do know that, and so and I
We're
think
both on the stocky side.
I think, and we're stocky, so
Yeah.
we have like the proportions of a little person. You know what I mean? I'm proportionally like a really fit little person. You know what I'm talking about?
Perhaps one of the most fit little people.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
So
I mean, not everybody would
we just
say
want to
that.
dispel all the rumors. I'm not against. I'm for little people.
I love little
We're
people.
pro little people.
Yes.
I'm pro little white people. Pro little black people.
Yeah.
Pro little. Well, all the people, the little people. I like the little people.
All the little people.
I would even
yeah.
I would even go so far as to say that I prefer the little people over the really tall people. I don't like those people very much.
Yeah.
They bother me. You know.
Every time I see a little person,
Yeah.
I just get unreasonably happy. Every time, I'm just
Jesse,
like,
you don't try to pick them up, do you?
no, but I want to.
Someone needs a hug.
Every time I see one, I'm like, Savannah, look. And she's like, stop it. And I'm like, but look, they're so small.
I
a little angry elf.
I saw a video of a guy who was going on he was like doing blind dates or something, and there's like cameras there, and he walks in, and there was a little person
Yeah.
that he was going on the blind date with. I think the idea is they sit across the table and they talk for a little bit.
Yeah.
But like to go greet her, I think he was just so shocked.
Because he didn't know.
Because
she
he
was
just
gonna be-
didn't
yeah.
know. And so he was like just trying to do the right thing. And he literally started to pick her up.
Like to give her a hug.
to give her a hug. And she's
Like a teddy bear.
She's like, no, you don't do that. And he's like, I feel bad for him.
Because that can hurt your back, bending over to hug them.
Sure.
Yeah.
So anyway,
You just let them
we're
like hug your leg, like
as a show, we're pro little people,
Yeah.
but we are not little
No,
people.
we are not little
and I
people.
think that's the correct term.
Yeah.
Little people.
There's a little person at either Logan's or Texas Roadhouse over in Mansfield.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, there is.
Yeah, and she waited on us once. And she's like in between little person and normal person.
Yeah.
And that always confuses me too. I'm like, what are you? Are you a little person? Because I think proportionately she looks like a normal person. She's just extra small.
Why can't we say midgets anymore?
I was just wondering that.
Why is that?
I don't know.
That's derogatory though, right?
I don't think it is.
I feel like we don't say midgets anymore.
if I was a midget, I'd want to be called a midget.
I think we moved from midgets to dwarfs.
No, I think
Two.
dwarves were first.
I want to let you know. I try to figure out why midget was like offensive. It's like, why is midget pregnant?
Oh,
Was the
okay.
second
That was
thing.
okay.
So-
All right. That's good to
Dumb
know.
YouTube.
We still want to know why midgets are offensive, though.
Yeah.
It's just it's a slur. Like that's just all it says.
It's just a slur.
Well, everything's a slur now.
Yeah.
I know. Okay.
I wonder if there's like a group of tall midgets. Like, at what point does a midget become just a taller midget? Like, is there like a hierarchy of like, they're like, oh, at 4'2", you're considered tall.
Well, I think you'd just be a normal person.
Well, but if you look at, I mean, everything, a midget looks like a midget. Midgets have
Not always.
No, but like, if you saw Peter Dinklage's face without seeing his body, you would know.
Would you know? That's a
Yes,
good question.
Absolutely.
Not
you would
all
know.
of them. Not
A
all
vast
of them.
majority.
If you're shorter than 4'10", you're considered a little person.
Oh, you
Shorter
dated a
than
little
4'10".
person once.
You think she was shorter than 4'10"?
Yeah.
She was close.
Yeah, she was pretty small.
She was very short.
But she was normal proportioned.
She was very nice. She broke up with me for a bald guy. I guess. Joke's on her.
She could have had a whole life.
I'm
of
everything she ever wanted. I mean, what
Things
really
turned out fine.
I'm happy with the way things turned out. She was. It's just what you say when a girl works. Man, she was crazy. Man, she was crazy.
Crazy.
She said she wasn't really interested in dating at the time. She's like, she just wanted to focus on school and
And immediately the next weekend.
within 5 days. Yeah. I was like, okay, all right, okay. But you know,
Love is a strange
I got
animal.
over it. It is.
Yeah.
It is. She was crazy though. she was. She was crazy.
Has in all of your dating adventures,
All
has
right.
every girl broke up with you?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, there's not many.
The one.
Yeah, I don't think I ever broke up with. I mean, I turned girls down. You know, like,
But you were never going
but
out.
like, yeah, as like, yeah, that
couple.
we were an item.
Yeah.
Uh,
Jennifer.
Yeah, jeez. I don't think. Well, okay. I think there was a girl named Lindsay in 3rd grade, and we. What year did we go to Camp Ohio? What grade was that?
The 4th grade, I think.
4th grade, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, in 4th grade, my friends had girlfriends,
Yeah.
and they wanted me to have a girlfriend, so they set me up with Lindsay.
Yeah.
I didn't like Lindsay.
No.
But we held hands when we walked to the fire, and then I told her, I was like, I just don't think we're like looking for the same thing in a relationship. So I broke up with her. There was another girl I'm remembering now between 5th and 6th grade named Julie. I asked her to be my girlfriend at the end of the last day of 5th grade.
Yeah.
And so all summer long I had a girlfriend. We never spoke, or she lived in Green Camp, I think.
Yeah.
So we're not going to see each other.
There's no cell phones or internet or any of that.
But so first day of 6th grade, I came back. I'm like, all right, starting the year off with a girlfriend. She broke up with me. So yeah, I was just flattered she remembered that we were. I was like, you know what? Thank you.
Yeah.
That means a lot. Now let me go tight roll my jeans and get back to recess. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I think every girl that I was like steady with
Broke up with you.
broke up with me. Yeah, pretty sure about that. One I just kind of let go.
Yeah.
It was kind of mutual. So, but we didn't come here to talk about
But
my
I did.
dating relationship. What?
So mine's like a 50-50 split.
Mm-hmm.
But most of the girls that broke up with me because they found out I was dating another girl.
Well,
So
that'll do
I
it.
would say
Mm,
that
that's tough.
I probably more or less broke up with them.
The other day, I was Eric and I were riding in an elevator. So it's if you're watching this currently, it's Thanksgiving week.
Yeah.
So we could talk about that. Mount Rushmore for Thanksgiving: turkey, mashed potatoes.
Green beans.
Stuffing.
Pumpkin pie.
No, wait a minute. Take green beans off of
Was
the
it
list.
green bean casserole?
Yeah, green
Yeah.
bean
That's
casserole.
every-
It's
yeah.
not. It's not more than. It's not more than turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, and pumpkin pie.
That is true.
That's it. There it is.
Okay.
There's our Thanksgiving thing.
Wait a
for
minute.
the whole
Is
show.
cranberry sauce?
No.
Do we need to put cranberry sauce on?
No, there's no reason for cranberry sauce ever.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying you like it.
No.
Do I have to explain Mount Rushmore to you?
I understand it.
Okay.
It's iconic.
So you might be watching
Thanksgiving
this.
drinks.
So there's your Thanksgiving. Okay, Thanksgiving drinks.
Eggnog.
That's
I
Christmas.
think that's Christmas.
Oh, shoot. I've never
Apple
drank it.
cider.
Apple cider.
Oh, yeah.
Hot apple cider.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cold apple cider.
Cold apple cider.
Lukewarm
juice.
apple cider.
Lukewarm apple cider. And frozen apple cider.
In
That's
the
it.
popsicle form.
Yeah. So that's Thanksgiving. You're welcome.
I like the apple cider in the crock pot.
I feel
With
Come on,
spices.
put some cinnamon spices in
Yeah,
there.
come
Get
on.
some Red Hots.
With a ladle.
I love if
Come on. If you could
preferred-
get hot apple cider out of a ladle,
Out of a ladle.
crock pot with spices,
yeah.
doesn't get
Rum?
better than that.
Apple cider tastes better out of a ladle. I've always said that. So there it is.
I mean,
It's
you don't drink
Thanksgiving.
out of the ladle.
Oh no, sometimes you
I
have.
have. I mean, we were up tonight. It was getting nuts up there. It was crazy. We were drinking out
Dan
of
was
the
just
ladle.
double late.
It was we were everybody
Double
was-
ladling it.
Everybody's double ladling it. That's pretty good. That's a good one. So that's Thanksgiving. I do feel like there was a dearth of Thanksgiving music. Like, why don't we have? I think I used that correctly. Why don't we have Thanksgiving music? Is there one Thanksgiving song?
There is, and it's a Christian song, I think.
Well,
No,
okay.
But it's something gobble gobble. Hold on, it's something.
No, it's
don't
no
forget
good.
about the gobble.
No.
No. See, if you have to explain it, then it doesn't.
It's
It's
done.
not a thing.
No, it's not
right.
a
Like
thing.
you could name 50 Christmas songs that we all know. You just actually proved my point.
And
Is that you have to find the most obscure,
and a parody is not a real song.
a parody
It's a
is not
comedic
real
bit.
song. Mm-hmm. It's like, well, is Grandma Got Run Over by the Reindeer a Christmas song?
Yeah.
because that's
Yeah.
a parody.
Yeah, kind of.
That song makes me feel nostalgic in a way that doesn't make sense. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
It like that song more than any song accesses a part of me
The
at
third
a
grade
time
version
in my
of you.
life.
Yes.
There's like a lot of wood paneling. Like when
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's when I close my eyes. There's a lot of wood paneling.
Oh.
Everything kind of smells like cigarettes and beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that song really, really does something to me.
Second week of deer camp
I don't even like that song.
is the greatest time of year.
Yeah.
That's a good one too.
So that's Thanksgiving. I don't know. It's probably too late to have Thanksgiving music, so it is what it is. But
if
Yeah.
Mariah Carey did a Thanksgiving song,
I don't know. Last week though, however, was Veterans Day.
yes.
Moment of silence. So
We're not mocking the veterans, by the way.
No, we're not going to mock the veterans, unless one of us is a veteran, and then we have carte blanche. Anybody?
Yeah.
Anybody serve?
No.
Stella? No. Okay. We were in the elevator, and
Because listen, I'll
yeah.
mock little people all day.
Yeah.
I will not mock a veteran.
What a little person who is a veteran. What about
It's
that?
a flip of a coin.
I got in an argue with someone once
Uh-huh.
because a veteran ran over a cone that I'd put in a parking spot at work.
Yeah.
And this argument went on for hours.
A veteran ran over a cone.
Yep, I had put
Okay.
a cone because I was blocking parking spots because I had a trailer and
Sure.
I was working.
All right.
And,
It was kind of an obnoxious thing to do.
well, me?
Yeah.
No, the veteran.
And he just ran over the cone and parked.
But you weren't mad because he was a veteran.
No, but I was like, whoever did, like, what a jerk. And I was like on it. I was like, what an entitled jerk. Like,
Okay.
I have this thing here. He could have parked one space over.
It would have been fine.
And then after I say all this, we find out that he has a Purple Heart
Yeah.
thing on his license plate.
And then you apologized.
No, I was like, and the person with me was like, it's a veteran. I was like, okay, yeah, he's still probably a jerk. He's like, you can't say that because he's a veteran.
No, you can't say it.
Wow.
You agree with?
You can't.
We took a poll,
Oh.
and it was
Well, you're
pretty-
wrong.
Well, there's a lot of people.
It doesn't matter. You served your
I
I
country.
feel like it's not fair to them to say that you can't be a jerk. I'm like, you can. Yes, of course you
they
can. be a
fought
jerk.
for the right to be a jerk.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Okay. They have the right to be a jerk, but it doesn't mean they're not one.
And they also fought for my right to say that they're a jerk.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, we get on the elevator, and there's a guy with a Vietnam veteran's hat.
Yeah.
You know, and he gets on, and Erica. There we have a little.
She goes, "Thank you for your service."
We have a little back and forth, you know, and then she says, "Thank you for your service." He
Yeah.
goes, "Oh, well, thank you. You're welcome." You know, and then there was a moment of silence. I said, and I was like, "Feels like it's gonna kind of be disingenuous if I say it now." Like I'm just saying it because she said it, but.
Ditto.
And yeah, he didn't laugh as much.
What a jerk.
I went for it. You know what I mean? I knew it was touchy. I knew it was, but I'm an on the edge kind of comedian.
Well, occasionally I'll bring home pizza. The kids are happy. We're watching movies, eating pizza, drinking pop, the whole thing. The first kid will say, "Thank you for pizza."
Oh, right. Mm-hmm.
That kid gets all the credit.
Yeah.
Because everyone after them means nothing.
Continuing on the Veterans Day thing, I'm in a Dollar General in a ghetto area of a town. Dollar Generals hit different in the ghetto.
yeah.
They're like a totally different.
Country
Everything's
Dollar
chained
General
up.
is different
Yeah,
than Ghetto
Country
Dollar.
Dollar General is different. Amish Dollar General.
Oh.
You ever been to Amish Dollar General?
Yes.
Like those.
They're selling chickens.
For $1.
The Dollar General, like it's like chaos.
Yeah.
But anyway,
It's fantastic.
It's
a slice of America right there.
it is.
All of those different ones,
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Yeah.
The ghetto Dollar General hits different for sure.
Yeah.
And so I go in, and my life, I feel like, is on the line. Everything's very close. The aisles are, the fire department's not going in there and checking. They don't want to go in there. It's like everything feels like it's going to fall on top of me. Every time I go around a corner, I feel like I'm going to get murdered. It's like I'm very nervous. So anyway, I go to the checkout, and the guy's there. He's like, he asked me, he's like, are you a military veteran? And I was like, no. He's like, well, anybody you know is a military veteran? I was like, he's like in your family, like, And I'm like, no. And he's like, it could be grandparents, could be somebody that passed away, could be an aunt, uncle, cousin, anybody.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know, man. And he's like, I was like, no, I'm fine. He's like, okay, all right. He goes, you know what? I appreciate your honesty. I'm just going to go ahead and give you the 20% discount. And he went, boop, and he gave me the discount. I was like, thanks. He's like, you do something good like that, you deserve to be rewarded.
Tell the truth.
He's like, honesty does get rewarded, and I'm going to make sure that
Your
it
grandpa
does.
served in Korea.
I know, but by the time we went through that whole rigmarole, I didn't want to be like, well, I don't know. I just felt like awkward about it. I was like, I didn't know that it was a 20% discount either. And quite frankly, I was paying with someone else's credit card, so I didn't really care.
It was the credit card of the veteran that he beat up and stole it from.
Okay, if you woke up in a Dollar General, right? What aisle?
God help me.
God help you.
Something really went wrong.
Unless it's the Amish one.
What? I wouldn't mind waking up in an Amish one.
What aisle would you go down to determine what Dollar General you're in?
Like what?
Ghetto, country,
Okay.
city?
I think...
Because the answer is very easy.
Oh, well, all right. Okay. I say beauty supplies.
Yeah, hair care.
Yeah. Right?
100%. Okay. I mean, instantly you would know where you're at.
I think so. I think
No, 100%.
Yeah, I was going to
And
say
that's not mean.
number 2 would be candy.
Yeah.
The candy aisle says a lot.
Yeah.
Amish to
Come on.
ghetto to
Yeah.
country to just
These are different
standard.
things, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. So anyway, we are
And maybe sports drinks.
yeah, sports drinks. Yeah. There's no alcohol served at unless you go to one that does have alcohol. And then
That's all they have.
you know you're in the
All they have is Hennessy.
And that's like it's not even Dollar General. It's like Dollar Commander or something.
Well, the cigarette selection is going to give you a
Cigarette
pretty good
selection
idea.
says a lot.
Newport menthols.
Yeah.
Or Marlboro Red in a box.
Yeah, Swisher
You're
Sweet.
going to know where you're at.
Swisher Sweets.
Yeah. You're going to know where you're at.
It's a different
And
thing.
the Amish one, they just have tobacco leaves drying and
Yeah.
hanging.
Just hanging. Yeah. Roll your own.
It's like a guy like hitting it.
A broom.
Yeah.
Waking up in a Dollar General. That's
yeah.
the name of the episode.
You know what's a lot of fun is if you're driving through the country and you see like a mound, of dirt. If you just wait there long enough, you'll see a Dollar General hatch, in its own. I stole that, but it doesn't matter. All right. So what else do you want to talk about, Jason?
Oh, I've got lots of things.
I got a couple of things.
We're at 30 minutes. Do we need to do the podcast or the Netflix?
Let's do the podcast.
Let's do the podcast.
Let's just go.
Stella, hit it.
We could do Netflix if you want.
Netflix, watch these shows of those. Netflix,
Netflix, or maybe Hulu Plus. Netflix, watch these shows with us. Netflix, or maybe Hulu Plus. Or maybe Amazon Prime or something like that, like YouTube. Or we don't want to put a box around what you watch, so you never know.
Jason, what is your Netflix suggestion of the week?
My Netflix suggestion of the week is called Face Off. Face Off is on Netflix. There are 2 seasons of it. I think it's like season 4 and 5.
Oh, this isn't the movie?
No, it's not the
Okay,
movie. It's a
sorry.
TV series.
movie.
Sci-fi.
The movie's good. Really good.
No.
Like
Nicolas
John Travolta.
Cage.
It's like, no, it's like seriously, like, I know it's like Nick Cage and John Travolta, and so it's like, yeah, but like Nicolas Cage is like acting like John Travolta, and John Travolta is like acting like Nicolas Cage, you know? That's just for us.
That's just for us. That guy's crazy.
Crazy.
So anyways, Face Off is a TV series, and Sci-Fi produced it, and it's a bunch of makeup artists, and they have models, and there are challenges to put makeup on this model to turn them into a creature, a monster, of various varieties of monster movie type of things, aliens, stuff like that. And it's very, very good.
I'm sure it's not.
No, it's very good.
I'm quite sure it's not.
It's good. It's on Netflix.
Okay.
And I've watched every season.
I believe it. All right, that's
It's
your
an older series. It's actually concluded, but
concluded. You mean let go, dropped.
it concluded.
And was there a conclusion to it?
Back to the Future,
Are they doing another one?
I heard that there was, but
Yeah.
at the end of number 3, it says concluded.
Right.
Yeah. Not continued.
Not continued.
To be concluded.
To be concluded means there's one more.
Yeah. Well, it's at the end of number 2. It says that.
All right, my Netflix.
We've just been watching Back to the Future with Teddy.
Okay. Back to the Future holds up.
Listen, when we were his age, I honestly believe by the time we'd get to this point in life, we'd have flying cars.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
really believe
like
that.
for years.
For
probably.
years.
Mhm.
Turns out we're never going to have flying
Apparently, Back to the Future, the original movie, is the preeminent movie script. Like when you're in college and you're studying how to write a movie script,
Yeah.
it's Back to the Future.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why, but it's it.
There's
It's-
no villain. Well, Biff.
Well, I don't know. I'm just telling you. I've heard from good authorities that that's what it is.
Must be Christopher Lloyd.
What do you mean, Christopher Lloyd?
They wrote it for
What-
him. Doc,
They didn't write it for
Yeah, they
Christopher
did.
Lloyd.
do you know anything about Back to the Future?
Maybe I don't.
What's your Netflix suggestion of the week?
My Netflix suggestion of the week is something I've never seen before, but it's coming up
You're anticipating
this week, and I'm looking forward to it. It is a documentary on Barry Sanders called Bye Bye Barry, and I think it's Amazon Prime. I was trying to look it up, but I saw like a preview for it, and I'm pretty sure it's Amazon Prime. But if not, you can just look up Bye Bye Barry, and if you know how to use the internet, you could probably figure it out. But anyway, it's called Bye Bye Barry, and I watched a trailer for it, and it is all about how Barry Sanders retired in the prime of his career, kind of like
year 9.
something like that. I mean,
Yeah.
he was crushing it. He
Yeah.
had not lost a step seemingly. So, and everybody thought he was just doing it as like a ploy to go somewhere else or to make more money, but he was gone. He was done. And so it's about Barry Sanders and that. And this time of year around Thanksgiving, I always am nostalgic for Barry Sanders because I have a lot of good Thanksgiving memories
Yeah.
watching football. Barry
He was
Sanders,
so awesome.
He was like the only reason to watch the Lions for 9 years.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's called Bye Bye Barry. It looks like it's done very well, like kind of a 30 for 30 style
I had a friend
documentary.
that bumped into him at the airport
Yeah.
and said he was the nicest guy.
Yeah.
Just would talk to you.
He never would
Yeah.
spike the football. He'd always just hand it to the ref.
Yeah.
He was awesome.
Yeah.
He was special.
We need more Barry Sanders.
There was never going to be another Barry Sanders.
No.
There was one.
There was one.
And there's not going to be another one. So, Jesse,
It
Preston.
is Prime.
Oh, it is Prime. Amazon Prime. Thank you.
I watched Forrest Gump.
Hey,
Last
for the
night?
first time?
No,
Oh,
no.
okay.
I just
I watch it every night.
watch it. Makes me feel smart. It's good. It holds up. I really like it.
I saw a list of it was a list of people in movies that are not considered the villain but should be. Like Uncle Joe or Grandpa Joe on Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is like number one, right? Willy
Yeah.
Wonka, it's like
Lazy.
Yeah.
in a bed,
Yeah.
and Charlie's mom is working her butt off.
yeah. So that's like he's the worst. But one of the was Jenny.
Jenny, yeah,
she's
as she should.
She's no good.
He wanted to be with her his
Yeah.
entire life, and then when he finally got the chance, she goes and dies on him.
I may not be a smart man, but I know what love is.
Why don't you love me, Jenny? Do you know? So his voice that he uses for this. So they had the actor, the kid that played him when he was a kid. That's how that kid really talks. And Tom Hanks spent a lot of time with that kid.
Yeah.
So that the voices, match up. So that's where that, dialect came from.
Okay.
Is he spent time with that kid. Interesting, but
It's a good movie.
a great movie.
It's a great movie.
yeah.
I feel like I went on a date to see that movie.
With the
I
midget.
did. No. This was in high school. This was no.
After Lieutenant Dan comes back.
Look up. Find out when Forrest Gump came out. It might have been 8th grade. I had Mom take me to the mall because I was going to the movie with some friends, but I was actually going with
1994.
4. So there it is. So I'm 13 years
Wow.
old. So yeah.
was
So
1.
I'm actually in 7th grade, and I went to the Marion Mall back when the Marion Mall was the Marion Mall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Who's the girl?
Tiffany.
Ah, okay. All right.
And so Tiffany and I went to go see it. It was awkward during the one part, but what are you going to do? We could handle it. So, yeah.
Tiffany, close your eyes.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Preston, you watching anything?
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with Finn.
It's good.
So it's been
It's
a good
good.
time.
It holds up.
It does. It's on Paramount
The
Plus.
artwork is cool. Like, it's just cool.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not like as good necessarily in some ways as polished, maybe, but
Oh, no,
it's just
it
cool.
holds up. It
Yeah.
holds up. I've also been watching it at work because work's been really slow. So.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I've got lots of stuff.
I got so much stuff. I
I
can't
feel
even-
like we could do a whole nother episode. That's how much stuff
Let's
I have.
do
a
it.
whole other episode. Don't,
That's what I
Don't
said.
sound like you said a whole nother episode.
Have you met my dad?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so reincarnation.
Oh boy.
Some people think when you die, you come back. If you could die
Okay.
and come back to life as an animal, what would it be?
I'm not comfortable with this topic. No. Come back as an animal.
You're not a person.
Mm-hmm.
You have to come back as an animal.
You go first.
Do you have your conscience?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Like,
Am
you
I-
know.
Yeah.
Like, but you can't communicate with people. Like
No.
you're just making or whatever the sounds are.
Whatever sound that,
Seal.
That was
I mean,
a seal.
If you want to be a seal, that's the sound.
That's
you
the
make.
sound I can make.
It'd be awkward if that
But
was like a
inside, I'm
cat.
like, but if I see a person, I could be barking like a seal and
Well,
just desperately trying to say something, but I
Yeah.
can't. And they're
Right.
like, "Oh, look, he's barking," but like I'm freaking out. Like,
Yeah.
I used to be a human. I'm just like you. I get it. I want pizza.
That's what you say as a seal.
That's what I would try to say, but what would come out was "Arr, arr, 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 arr."
Okay.
I'm not going to pick a seal, by the way.
No, I think that would be horrible.
I think the way to go is apex predator.
Well, I'm thinking bird in the Amazon.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so listen, if you're a bird, you can fly away.
Sure.
In the
sure.
Amazon, you're not going to be poached and hunted down by people.
Yeah.
Right? It's
Yeah.
very remote. Mm-hmm. I think a bird of prey in the Amazon
I
is
would
the way
go.
to go.
Okay, that's good.
Unless you want to be
Bird-
a parakeet, and then
bird
you
is
might
good.
learn to
Oh,
talk.
okay.
Then you could talk to people.
Yeah.
Or there's you said Amazon and bird. There's a bird called the lyre bird,
Yeah.
and it can mimic essentially any sound after hearing it one time.
Like a mockingjay.
But it's not. But yes, and there's very little footage. I mean, there's some footage on these birds, but it is like, it's crazy how realistic it sounds. Like they
Yeah.
can make all kinds of sounds. That would be cool. But that's not my pick. I'm just saying.
Have you seen that video? I'm sorry, I'm gonna do this one where the guy's like, he's like in the woods. He's like, "Oh, cool! Look, a mockingbird." And then it shows the mockingbird, and the mouth is moving. Goes, "Oh, cool! Look, a mockingbird."
I've seen that.
All right. So you're gonna go
Bird of prey in the Amazon.
bird of prey in the Amazon.
Yeah.
Okay. I hate to copy you, but that's pretty good.
It's very good. I don't want to be a fish in the sea. I don't really want to be
I
like
think
in Africa at all.
whales live like a really long time, and there's-
Tortoises do too, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like a big blue whale Like
But aren't they hunted?
They don't have by
Don't the
humans.
Japanese, yeah.
Yeah, by humans. But as long as you're
But
aware
if you
of
have
it,
your consciousness,
then you'd be
you
like, I'm
know.
just gonna stay
Yeah,
away
but you're
from
whale.
the
You got to
boats.
breathe air.
Yeah, but I'll just come up and then I'll just go back down. So I feel like I can outsmart them.
Okay.
So I like that. I would maybe choose that just because it just seems like relaxing.
It's also closest to your like natural state.
Sure.
currently.
Yeah. But I like peregrine falcon a lot. It's like the fastest animal.
It's
you
like
can go
Mongolia?
like 200 miles an
Something
hour.
like that?
I don't
Yeah.
know. It's like sweet though.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I'll go. Is it blue whale? Is that the biggest one?
I think it's the sperm whale.
It's not the sperm whale.
Sperm whale's not the biggest.
No.
Oh, it's not.
I think it's the blue whale.
I think it's a blue whale.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think you're right. Preston, if only we had that information.
Yeah.
today.
He's
The internet's been not friendly. To
well,
me.
it happens. Jesse, what's your animal?
It is blue.
Yeah.
Blue whale.
It blue whale.
Nailed it.
I'm thinking a dolphin. I think it'd be a dolphin. They're the smartest.
Dolphins are cool. They are hunted though.
Yeah.
By
Or
like,
nope, got it.
Okay.
Bigfoot.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Because then I would totally be like with my consciousness, but I'm gonna mess with people.
Yeah.
Like go
Bigfoot's
to their
Maybe
pretty
that's
good.
what's happening.
Yeah.
Maybe that is what's
It's
happening.
Maybe
Yes.
people get Bigfoots only come from other humans.
Reincarnated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, that checks out. What did you pick? Did you pick one?
Haven't yet.
Oh.
I'm thinking about food. So
Maybe a turtle that fell into some ooze.
I mean, that'd be pretty legit. But a pigeon in New York, you don't have to worry about food.
Pigeon
ever.
in New York. Yeah, you get
I mean, it smells, but like
Yeah.
you get food forever.
and there's so. I mean, as far as like being hunted, that's not happening.
Yeah,
And you
so-
could dive bomb some cars there,
Pigeon
too.
in New
Oh,
York's
yeah.
pretty good. That's pretty good.
I like
Just
that.
start pooping on people.
Yeah, that'd be
just-
great.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
These are
Stella,
all-
do you have one?
No, not really.
Okay. Thanks for helping.
Checks out. Good talk. Good talk.
I just feel like every once in a while we just need her get her saying. Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
Sue, I am blessed, named her dog Stella, and I don't know which came first.
Okay.
Which
Well,
Stella?
I'm guessing you're Stella.
I don't know. It could be
you
a
what,
really old
19?
dog.
Well, I think what you
Yeah.
want to know is, did she name her dog Stella because of the show?
Yeah.
What came first, her listening to the show
Yeah.
or her naming her dog?
I
Not-
think she
not
pro-
Stella.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
That
Stella's
would
been
be
around.
quite an old dog,
Yeah. Well, maybe I don't know.
maybe.
So, anyways, Stella.
All right. So a couple of weeks ago,
Yeah.
I was reading through my comments and I came across the phrase, you may or may not remember, maybe I'm not completely worthless.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was a good one.
And I didn't remember what it was from, but I think I remembered it.
Okay.
And so I wanted to bring it back
Yeah.
up. So that is
A lot of people was offering some advice on that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They were concerned about you.
Well, I appreciate that. Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers.
Yeah.
Or just prayers. I don't care about your thoughts. And I want to know who you're praying to, too. You know
None of
what?
that Buddha
You know what?
prayer stuff.
You know what? Just leave it all to yourself. I'll take care of it. So maybe I'm. So here's the thing, Jason. If marriage is anything, if it's anything,
And it's something.
and it's something, you have to admit it's
It is
something.
it's not nothing.
It's not nothing. If it's anything, it's a competition, don't you think?
Between the two or
Yes,
between
it's
other
the
couples?
wife and the husband
Okay.
competing for who's winning.
Yeah.
You know, at any given point, and it goes back and forth. Sometimes, some marriages just have one dominant figure. You know, that's called abuse, and you should call somebody. But you know, sometimes there's just one person that's just, you know. But in typical marriages, you know, at any given point, one is winning and one is losing.
Yeah.
Right. And so you want to find ways in the competition of marriage to get the upper hand as much as you can.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
Okay. So I found that when we're having a fight, or no, wait a minute. Let's say we had a fight like a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
You know, and then I'll do something, and then she'll say thank you for it later. You know, and then I'll come back with, well, maybe I'm not completely worthless, which puts her on the defensive.
Yeah.
Right? Because maybe I'm not saying she said, she's never called me worthless to my face, but I'm not saying she said that. But like just saying something like that, it puts her on the defensive,
Right.
which then gives you the advantage. Right. And I would say in my marriage, I typically have the advantage about 20% of the time I'm winning, and she's winning about 80% of the time.
It checks out.
So I got to take it when I can get it.
Yeah.
And so what I found is the maybe I'm not completely worthless is a tactic to put her on her back feet on the defensive, just enough for me to regain the title.
So one of my tactics is I'll make coffee in the morning, even if I'm not drinking it, because I'll drink coffee at work.
Yeah.
So she'll come downstairs. There's a full pot of coffee.
Yeah.
Nobody's touched it. I didn't make it for me.
Yeah.
Made it for her.
So marriage books, that sort of thing, they'll tell you that's like love and putting them first and filling up their love tank. All of that. Let me just tell you something.
You're getting credit.
All of that is garbage.
No,
Okay?
you're getting credit.
It's
for
all
down the
about
road.
getting credit.
Yes.
It's all about winning.
Yes,
Marriage is about winning.
It's a tally board.
It's a tally
And
board.
when I make coffee in the morning, especially when I don't drink it, that's a tally in my
it's
column.
a tally, and then now you owe me.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. That's the way marriage works. People can pretend it doesn't. And people are like, oh, you should make deals in marriage. It's just
Marriage is
about-
not 50-50, it's 100-100.
Yeah, and it's just like, no, it's like, of course you make deals.
Yeah.
You'll make deals all the time.
compromise about
I'm like
all sorts of
Donald
things.
flipping Trump making deals out here.
He's got the art of the deal down.
It's called negotiation.
You
That's
need
what
to drive
Jordan
to
Peterson
Delaware
calls
and
it.
pick up your daughter.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Wait. Seems to me that the dishes need to be done too. So we've got a situation
You
here.
pick one, I'll do the other.
That's
That's-
and then we're both happy.
That's the way marriage works.
And these marriage books and these
They don't know what
guys,
they're talking about.
Okay. First of all.
Okay, so let me...
Shut up. So first of all,
I got another question.
who decided that a pastor was going to be an authority on marriage just because he's a pastor? He
baloney.
doesn't live a real life.
Most pastors aren't even married.
Many of them are not,
Yeah.
And he doesn't
doesn't
struggle.
know.
He doesn't know.
He doesn't
He has
know.
no idea.
The Bible
right?
doesn't say anything
and
about
so
that.
now, marriage. It's a good point. It probably does say a couple things, but these guys, they don't know. They're going to be a marriage
They have no life
expert. Marriage
experience.
expert.
No.
Marriage expert.
Counselors.
I would say that most people that brand themselves as marriage experts, statistically,
Have failed multiple times.
yes, which maybe does make you an expert in some weird way.
What not to do. I know a lot of things not to do.
Yeah, but they'll say all sorts of things about love and commitment and fidelity. Well, fidelity is important. In reality, it's deal making.
Yes.
It's negotiation.
The art of the deal.
It's a competition.
Yeah.
There's winners and there's losers, and that's the way it is.
So posing another question.
Okay.
Honey, what would you like to watch on TV tonight?
Okay, what's my answer to that?
Yeah.
What do you want to watch on TV tonight?
That's the correct answer. Because the reality is you don't really care.
Well, I don't care. You can pick.
Okay, I'm going to bed.
Jason, you never spend time with me.
I don't like this.
I do. This is my favorite 10 seconds on the show.
Jesse just locked into that so easily.
Somehow now we're both the wife. How'd that work?
No.
I don't know. Essentially, getting back to the topic, marriage is about...
It's a scam.
It's a scam.
Yeah.
Well, it's what we have done to
It's a social contract.
perpetuate the society. It's
Well,
better.
you don't need to be married
It's better
to
than
do that.
chaos. It's
Yeah.
better than chaos.
I mean, I
So-
don't know if the
so-
cavemen were getting married.
I
Should we
think they
just
were getting married.
Procreate
caveman?
and move on.
Ultimately, it's a contract between one person, and often it is a negotiation on the division of labor within a community of people.
A community
now,
of
a small
two.
community, two, depending on how many kids you have.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
about
so-
it's about the division of labor.
Yeah.
Ultimately,
Right. Like Teddy's job is to pick up the cat litter.
Like Erica's job is to do the laundry. Okay,
Right.
I don't
and
do
the dishes and the cook. And
You do the lawn care.
I do the lawn care faithfully.
Yeah.
Faithfully,
You haven't
I
missed
do
a
the
lawn
lawn care.
care.
In reality, let's just get real. Let's just get real. Come on.
Because
Let's
you
just
live in
bring
a
it down.
you live in a law.
Let's just bring it down. I'll have the butler do many of these things. No. I do dishes. Now, Erica, if she heard me say this, she would not like this. But I do more dishes than she does. She would
Controversial.
disagree with that. I definitely do way more cooking. I do about 95% of the cooking. Okay. And there are certain things that we do, and it's her job to do the laundry. I do trash, lawn care. I do all sorts of other things. But it's her job, and it always has been her job to do the laundry. Until about a year ago, she was like, you know what? I don't want to put your laundry away anymore, you know? And I was like, So what do we, like, what's the deal here then? Like, if I'm going to start doing this,
Then you got to pick up
something else is going to happen. You're going to start making your own coffee.
Yeah.
Something's going to happen,
Yeah.
you know? So this went on for a little bit, and, you know, I decided just, you know what? I'm just going to put my foot down. And I'm like, and she said, you know, hey, you got that laundry that's out. I just put it on the bed. You know, it still needs to be put away. Yeah. And I said, you know what, Erica? That's your job. That's not my job. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna put my foot down on this one. I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna need you to put that laundry away. I never have seen her laugh so hard.
She laughed.
She lost it. So I'm putting my laundry away now.
You know what you do? Mm-hmm. You just move it from the bed to the floor beside your bed. And then when she says you need to put that away, be like, well, I did. How I want to put it away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do I need to get his strong opinion again?
We got to hurry.
Yeah, come on. You got 2 minutes.
What about my theme song?
Sing it.
Oh,
Opinions are like buttholes. Everybody has one, and most of them stink. Here's mine.
We got to get back into the rhythm.
Anyway.
And you need to load it on the thing. So we can.
There's a lot of things I need to do.
Okay, that's true.
My strong opinion is going to get me in some hot water.
That's fine.
I own a dog grooming and boarding business, and it's related to dogs.
Mm-hmm.
I can't stand it when people are like, my fur baby. This is my child. Like, people today treat animals better than they treat their own kids.
But that's good for you, though.
It's great. Listen, when I advertise, it's like, bring your fur babies here. Have them treated like, you know.
You morons.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'll pander. But dogs and cats are not children. They're not even close. Listen, I love my dog. My dog is a great dog.
Yeah.
But if that dog bit one of my kids, I would take it out and strangle it and then cut it up and serve it for dinner.
Right.
I would not do that to one of my kids. I would do it to the other, though.
Just one.
There it is.
That was I was waiting for that.
There
You
it
set
is.
that up.
Yep.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I picked up my dog from the groomer. I said,
Yeah.
just buzz it off.
You did.
Cut all the hair.
Yeah.
Bet you did. Yeah.
Did you tip?
Never tips.
All right, that's a show. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Happy thanks.
Watch the Macy's Day Parade.
No.
No,
it's getting
we
so
don't watch the Macy's Day
No,
Parade.
we don't watch the Macy's
We
Day Parade.
always watch Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. We watch the oh man, talk about nostalgia though. The Mayflower one.
Oh, come on.
That hits me so
They
hard.
teach them to plant corn.
Oh man.
Savannah and I just run around the house yelling at HR because we're trying to get food ready.
Sure.
There's
yeah.
no watching
That checks
anything.
out. We always watch Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. Well, this is Dan signing off for Jason, reminding you to always keep your stick on the ice and never wear the blue sweats.
Sit, Bubba, sit. Good talk.
I have spoken.
Good night, Lauer Patch Kids. And especially you, Todd Down, like for flats on the X. Just looked. He is an Army veteran.
Oh.
And he follows us, and
Okay.
I'm assuming he listens.
Todd, thank you for your
Yep, so
service.
thank
I
you
was
for
the
your
first one to
service,
say, it,
Todd.
guys.
Thank you for your service. Thank you for your
But I
service.
mentioned it first, Todd.
Todd, thank you for your
No,
service.
I mentioned you first, Todd.